So hello guys and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about Black Ops 4 and Black Ops 4 Zombies. Yeah, and I'm on Black Ops 3 today because Black Ops 4 has not been announced, at least not yet. Maybe when you're watching this it will be, I don't know. I think Call of Duty usually, like the new COD usually gets announced around May, but I'm not sure, like April/May. But we usually start seeing leaks on February/March. And right now it's actually February already. At least while I'm recording this, I think it's like the 6th of February or the 7th, I don't know. But the leaks have started to begin. And the first leak came out a couple of days ago, and it was from some guy on Twitter named Marcus Sabat, I think. But what I know is that he is a Nintendo insider, and he has leaked some things in the past that were also true. So he's a very reliable source for this kind of stuff. And he actually tweeted out that Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is next year's Call of Duty well, it's this year's Call of Duty, like Call of Duty 2018. Also tweeted out that it was going to be coming the Nintendo Switch as well, which is pretty cool. But we are of course here not for the Nintendo Switch, because I actually play on an Xbox One, so I don't really care about the Switch, to be honest. Like, I think it's a cool console and all, but like, I'm not playing on it myself, so I don't care if Black Ops 4 is coming for the Switch or not. I do think it would be awesome if we were actually able to play Black Ops 4 Zombies on the Switch, because the Nintendo Switch is actually a portable console, which means you can just take it anywhere you want to go. And you can, like, I don't know, if you have to travel to somewhere and you're going by train, like just for example, and you can just like play Black Ops 4 Zombies along the way just with your Switch. Like, that is so awesome. Also, a couple of days ago, or one day ago I think, Eurogamer.net, which is a very reliable website, and I think it's like the oldest gaming website, or like the longest running, I don't know, I'm not quite sure, but I do know that they have confirmed that like Black Ops 4 is actually the next Call of Duty. So it is official. Like, we can pretty much say it's official. Like, with like these kind of insiders, like the Marcus guy, Twitter, it's always like, yeah, it's probably true, but we have to take it with a grain of salt. But now we could say it's basically been confirmed. And also, why we are pretty sure that it's like real when Eurogamer says it is, they also accurately predicted this year's Call of Duty. Oh well, no, not this year's Call of Duty, last year's Call of Duty. So Call of Duty World War II was also predicted a couple of months before actual announcement trailer dropped. And also the box art that they released for Call of Duty World War II, it also got leaked, and it was the exact same. And so we know that Eurogamer actually has some really reliable sources, and we can also like basically assume that the leaks for Black Ops 4 are also true. So I didn't actually expect this myself, because in some kind of interview, or like Treyarch always talks about the Black Ops trilogy. Also, like a former Treyarch employee said that, or a Activision employee, like something about the Black Ops trilogy. And you know, a trilogy is the same with Modern Warfare, with the Modern Warfare series. They actually stopped doing that as well, because it was going to be a trilogy, and so people expected for Black Ops, for the Black Ops series, or not the series itself, but it's like a sub-series for Call of Duty, for it to stop as well with Black Ops 3. Like, that would have been the final game in the trilogy. But apparently there's going to be a Black Ops 4, which is very cool, and I think it's also what Call of Duty needs right now, because, well, I'm not too satisfied with World War II at the moment, to be honest. World War II has not been so great for me. Like, I do think it's a decent game. Well, the Call of Duty franchise is very much, well, like I've said before, getting backlash because of, like, yeah, the games being different than what they used to be, also thanks to supply drops and all that kind of stuff. And people just want to relive that nostalgic feeling, you know, when playing Call of Duty, like what they got 10 years ago when they, I don't know, played Modern Warfare or World at War or something like that. I have that feeling too. Like, I would absolutely, like, I loved World at War. It was my favorite game. And I actually expected Call of Duty World War II to be kind of like the same as that. I don't know if you guys can understand, but you know, I saw the reveal trailer and I thought, yeah, it was gonna be game taking place in World War II, and I was like, this is gonna be World at War 2.0. Even though it's not from Treyarch, it's still a Call of Duty, so it's gonna be World at War 2.0. But boy was I wrong. Maybe it's me, but I am just very disappointed with this game. Just because it wasn't a World at War 2.0, which I really hoped it would be. And well, like I said, Call of Duty's been getting a lot of backlash because it not being the same. And I really think Treyarch can actually bring that feeling back, especially with another game in the Black Ops franchise. I think the Black Ops franchise is also the most successful sub-franchise the Call of Duty series has ever had. As well, you also have, of course, Modern Warfare. Those are the only two. But I'm pretty sure Black Ops did better overall than Modern Warfare. Like, Modern Warfare was still amazing. All three games were. But, yeah, Treyarch games have always been, like, they've been more meaningful to me than games developed by the other. So yeah, I also think Treyarch's I wouldn't say the only good developer with Call of Duty games, but they are the best at it, that's for sure. Like, they've never failed to deliver an amazing game, because, well, I think they've made 5 Call of Duties in the past. Well, at least they did some more for the franchise, because they ported like the games made by the other developers' teams. They ported them to the Wii and all that kind of stuff. Like, they ported them to other consoles, but the games they've made themselves, as far as I know, are Call of Duty 3, Call of Duty 5, also known as World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 3. And, you know, all those games were pretty great. Like, you could say Call of Duty 3 wasn't the best, but if you compared it to games, like how games looked and felt and played back in those days, it was a pretty decent game. Like, I didn't enjoy it all too much, and if you play it right now, you think like, my god, that's a shit game. But it's just because it's pretty old. And yeah, so like I was trying to say, Treyarch never fails to deliver. Everybody knows that. Treyarch is just the best developer, so I'm having high hopes for this year, for this Call of Duty, because it's Black Ops, so it's gonna be good. It's Treyarch, it's gonna be good. We're getting our Treyarch zombies back again, which I missed so much the last years. Like, I'm playing it right now, and well, I think mostly the last years, zombies has become a very important role in the Call of Duty franchise, because like with Black Ops 3 especially, the zombies was really popular, and they tried implementing that in Infinite Warfare, which went incredibly wrong, because it just wasn't that great. At least I don't think it was. And they've also tried it with with just World War 2. Well, I'm not too keen on it as well. I wouldn't say it's bad, but it just doesn't have that fun vibe to it that Treyarch Zombies always does. Maybe that's just me, maybe you guys think differently about it, but I think nobody can beat Treyarch in their zombies game. At least I'm pretty sure nobody can. Unless you're really looking for that horror, like zombies mode itself, it's not that, well, it sometimes gets pretty scary, but it's not that scary, you know? I also expected more from that, because it was like from the makers of the Dead Space series, which was really good. And yeah, I don't know. World War 2 Zombies kind of disappoints me as well. So I can't absolutely wait to get back to Treyarch Zombies with like new graphics. Well, I think it would look kind of the same as Black Ops 3, just a little bit better, because Black Ops 3 looks great as well. And from the leaks of it, it was going to be a, what Eurogamer said, it was going to be a modern styled game, which I would absolutely love to see. Like, it's pretty much real, because, well, yeah, Eurogamer says so, like, you know, it's like probably real. And yeah, I don't even know what to say. My god, I'm so excited. No, but also it's going to be like, I think, Modern Warfare. That's all I can say about it. There were also some pretty cool things said about zombies, or well, not said, more speculated, but it does sound awesome if it's actually true. Apparently, well, of course, zombies is coming back, that's for sure. It's Treyarch. Zombies is one of the most, if not the most popular mode in Call of Duty right now, especially in a Treyarch game, because you know the zombies mode is great. And in an interview Jason Blundell did with JC Backfire, a popular zombies YouTuber, I think you've already seen the clip, so I'm not gonna show it to you, but he basically said that Mob of the Dead, like, JC asked for why wasn't Mob of the Dead in Zombies Chronicles, and he said like, oh, there's another purpose for that. So in normal words, in normal language, that would mean no, mob's coming. Like you will see Mob of the Dead remastered. Like it will happen. You just don't know when. So what many people have expected, and that's why I'm playing the Giant right now, is that Treyarch is going to be doing the same thing with what they did with Black Ops 3 and the Giant, in which they made the Giant as a like it's of course a remaster of Derry. They might actually be doing the same for Mob of the Dead. It's one of the most favorite maps of all, that's for sure. And they already did all the other maps in Zombies Chronicles, which were like people's favorite maps, like Kino der Toten, some people would say would be the favorite map. Origins is a fan favorite as well. So the only real fan favorite map that wasn't in there, well, of course everybody has his personal opinion about zombies maps, but like altogether, like community based fan favorites, like Mob of the Dead should have been in there, but it was not. So, like what they also did with the Reese, maybe we will see it return as a season pass bonus in Black Ops 4. That could really be the case. I could really see that happening, and I would love to as well. And what also could be the case, which would be very awesome as well, if you'd actually read the comics of Call of Duty Zombies, it actually says that there is a secret lab on the Alcatraz. It also says that in the timeline, and that there is a secret lab on the Alcatraz, in which I think the transit crew is being kept in ice pods, something like that. It's a pretty fake story, but it's pretty cool as well. And yeah, so what they might do, because well, Jason Blundell also said in one interview he did, I don't know which one specifically, but I do know he said it, is that they always wanted to make Mob of the Dead bigger. Like it should have been bigger, but they got it down in the, I think, the alpha stage of development. That's some kind of technological term for like just for developers. So you have like alpha stage of a game and beta and all that kind of stuff. But when the game hit alpha, so that's about like when the game is like 40% done or something, I don't know. I don't have like that much knowledge about these kind of things. But when the game actually hits that point, they will actually they actually had to cut it down. Back when they first made Mob of the Dead for Black Ops 2, because the consoles back then, the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3, and also the PC of course, it just couldn't handle it. Especially for the console, like you could have like just upgraded your PC and maybe it could handle it. I don't know how big their plans were with Mob of the Dead, but I do know that they like the consoles couldn't handle it, so they had to cut down the map. But maybe if they actually remaster it as a bonus map for the season pass holders of Black Ops 4, maybe we could also see the laboratory under it. But the only question is, with which characters will we play as? Because, well, in the comics actually Richthofen goes there, and also I think the Origins crew. So what are they called again? The Premise crew. Yeah, that's it. They are in that comic, and also Victus is, which is like a code name I think for the transit crew. I think they're called something like that. I don't know. But I do know like it's a transit crew that's also in that comic, which is actually being kept in those ice pods. But the Mob of the Dead crew, the actual Mob of the Dead crew, so that's Sel de Leuke, Michael Finn O'Leary, Albert the Weasel Arlington, and what was the other guy's name? Oh yeah, Billy Hanson. Those four were not found in the comic. So who will we play as? Will we play as like the Premise crew just the whole time? Will we play as the Mob of the Dead crew? Maybe we would like it would be switched around. So first of all we'd play as say the Mob of the Dead crew, and then we go to the laboratory in which we find the Premise, or not the Premise, the Victus crew, so the transit crew. Let's just call them the transit crew, that's a bit easier for me. So, and then we like unlock them from the ice spots or something, I don't know. I never played the map. I hope I will be able to play it in the coming months, but I don't know. Well, that would be actually really cool to see, like, if you could like play with multiple characters. And I would also just absolutely love to see the Mob of the Dead crew make a return again, because in my opinion they were one of the best crews in the whole zombies game mode. Like I'm not going to put them above like our usual crew on my list, but they're a solid second place. So while I was actually editing this, a ex-community manager from Treyarch actually said on the tweet that Marcus Sellers like put out, basically like, well, kind of leaking Black Ops 4, you know, the first thing that started it all. He said, how did this get so many retweets? I could have told you this 2 years ago. So that basically also confirms that, you know, Black Ops 4 is happening, because that is actually a ex-community, no wait, not, yeah, well, he is an ex-community manager, but an ex-employee of Treyarch who probably worked with Black Ops 4 as well, and who already knew that Black Ops 4 was going to be happening. So it's basically like, if you didn't think it was real already, this should be like the last confirmation for you. Then that one noob replied to him with, what about Black Ops 1 Remastered? Is that in the works? Then Josh Olin replied, I would seriously doubt it. You'll see some old maps though, I'm sure. So basically like hinting at some old maps from previous Call of Duties coming back, which they did before. Like they even did it this year with Call of Duty World War II with Quarantine. I thought he was talking about that kind of stuff, but then Marcus Sellers replied again with, like a zombies one, ... Basically talking about old zombies map coming back. Basically the same as what they did with the Giants on Black Ops 3. That was a old zombies map, of course. There is, and also Zombies Chronicles, of course, the 8 zombies map remastered. But that could also be, which I think it is, with old zombie maps, or he's talking about like a zombies one. So that's, yeah, could be one, could be more, I don't know. But I think he's probably talking about Mob of the Dead Remastered, because we've seen several hints and teasers at it, and that would be so cool. And we've also already got a like Mob of the Dead Remastered loading screen with the Call of Duty comics. So could Marcus Sellers actually be talking about a remastered Mob of the Dead? Could he be hinting at it? Maybe he knows more, something that we don't. So that's pretty interesting to think about. But anyway, that's the video for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you want to see Black Ops 4 with Mob of the Dead Remastered as some kind of pre-order bonus or a season pass bonus or anything like that. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.